Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining me, members. I don't know if anyone's in here. Um, y'all know I'm a rookie at this live stuff. I'm using Restream. Uh-oh, let me mute my phone, y'all. Hold on. Silencio. All right, let me see what I can get set up here. If you're here in the chat, just say hello because I don't know how to tell if anybody's in here or not. I used to use StreamYard and now I'm trying to use Restream. So I think this is my first time using Restream. Hello, hello, hello. Test, test. Hello, hello. Silencio. Okay, I hear myself. If you're not, I used to use StreamYard and now I'm trying to use. Okay, just making sure that if anyone's here, y'all can hear me. So we're gonna rate the looks for Married to Medicine season 12. Just something fun. A while back, I had done I think it was members only live or just a live period of the BET Awards looks, and we had fun with that. So I said, let me do this. I get nervous, when I do lives, y'all. I'm like, maybe one day I'll have a breakthrough and not get nervous about stuff like that and just do it. So I said, let me just do something that's not stressful, that some of you all may enjoy. This is members only. So I hope y'all enjoy, even if y'all catch the replay. So let me share my screen. I don't know who all watches Married to Medicine, but I've been watching since day one. Very entertaining reality show about doctors and doctors' wives, and this season a nurse in Atlanta. Comes on Bravo on Sundays, and last night was the last episode of season 12. So they got the reunion coming up. The reunion is coming up. And from the preview, it looks to be um, like it's going to be a good one. And they usually do three parters. So this should be a three-part reunion. So let me try to pull up my live on my TV so I can, if I can, I might not be able to. See if I can pull up my, oh, yes, I can. Just so I can see what I'm doing, as practice. Okay, I see me down there. I'm gonna change the background maybe once I share the screen so I can see if y'all can see that better once I change. Oh yeah, it changes it automatically. That's a good thing. All right, so let's um my reaction and my thoughts on the looks, but I will pause, if we have someone in the chat, and pause for time for y'all to react to the looks. I forgot to edit that out. My bad. Yeah. Just go ahead a little bit, y'all. Go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead just a little binge worthy. Move my screen up. Here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure y'all can see because I don't think y'all can see. No, y'all cannot. Let me rewind just a little bit. I'm getting all my stuff adjusted. All right. Now I will say which I might go to is some of the looks on Instagram because when they're moving around and actually with the preview, when they hit the stage and they're seated, when they're live versus the still shoot, it looks a lot better. But I'm just judging based on the still photo. And if y'all hit the replay and y'all agree, disagree, just put it in the comments. Let me say that Dr. Simone and Toya were on Watch What Happens Live last night and on Andy Cohen's show. And Simone said Contessa had the best look of the reunion. Dr. Simone, y'all know she ain't got no taste. I don't know what light she was looking in. I don't know what she drank before the reunion, but this is by far not the best look. Now, I did see it live in action, and it looks better in action than it does here. But what reunion you go to where you got to have that on the back of your dress? No. So how do y'all compare those two looks, Brandy and Jazzy? Which do y'all think is the better look? It's a toss up. I'm almost leaning towards Jazzy, but they both look crazy. All right, so Angel gets a 7. We put that in the chat. Just taking this time to say thanks to my members for supporting the channel. You guys don't have to, but you choose to show support to my channel every month. I really, really appreciate it. Even those that have the free memberships, hopefully you guys decide to continue supporting the channel. There's exclusive content here, but if there's anything you would like, you can always put in a request or put a comment in, let me know what you might like to see over here outside of the Nesto content. Hey, Jet Black Straight, welcome in, ma'am. Thanks for joining me. I don't know, how soon YouTube sends out this communication, but been on for maybe about 10 minutes or so, I guess. But yeah, we're just rating the reunion looks for Married to Medicine season 12. Last night's season finale or whatever was a good one. And I'm looking forward to the reunion starting next Sunday. Some of the ladies still look a pitiful mess in person, but some of them look better, live and in action versus these still shots. But I like the Angels look overall. What you think? What you think, Jet Black Straight? Now, Mimi did look better on the stage. Okay, Jet Black Straight. Unfortunately, I didn't watch any. I haven't watched it in a few seasons. Yeah, I totally understand. It's definitely not as good as it was in its heyday. And since Mariah's been gone, and this season seems like Heavenly took a back seat. So say because she's running for office, but I think a lot of the ladies are tired of her. So, oh, and then also, never mind, she's been blasted all over the internet about her son getting arrested. Did you hear or see about that? I think the oldest son got arrested a couple years ago, and now some of the blogs had been putting it out there, so they took it to the show this season, and Heavenly was prepared for that, so she took a friend role. But yeah, they got some newbies on there. Dr. Mimi, Brandy, and Angel Love, who's a nurse and who's Quad's friend. So just to catch you up a little bit on who some of these ladies are. But what do you think about look? I don't like the hair. That stone face expression is, I don't like that either. But on the preview or whatever, she looks better on the stage. So they saw her IVF did not take, and her man broke up. So I don't know. I don't think she's pregnant. Towards the end of this season, you could tell that her and King, her that she was going to Ghana with to try to get pregnant. You can tell they're not together anymore. Some people were thinking that she was doing this whole pregnancy thing as a storyline, but I think it was genuine. It was dramatic, and she can cry on cue. I believe she genuinely was trying to get pregnant, and she just picked King as somebody to be her baby daddy. But she was crying and saying she waited. She should have listened to Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone about saving her eggs. I don't regret not having a child with Gregory Lunsford, but she just wished she would have saved her eggs so she wouldn't have as hard of a time having a baby now. You know, she's in her 40s and whatever the obstacles are. She's made several trips to Ghana and she's worked with Dr. Jackie and still nothing. So no, she not pregnant. I'm just wondering since her and King are not together if they're gonna be giving the other ladies are giving her a hard time again since she's single like they did before. Oh, she know how to cry. She know how to cry. I'm like, golly, girl. And she be tapping at heartstrings. It be believable. I just wonder has she ever acted in anything because she sure can turn it on. No, they no. This season, well, last season was their season. Y'all know Dr. Heavenly plays producer, and so she brought or she helped bring Gregory and Sweet Tea, Sweet Tea, who wanted access to the money, brought them on to try to either A and B give Quad a storyline and get at Quad, and it worked, and they got Quad back on because she was they got back on and managed to put the focus on Gregory, Sweet Tea, and Quad little story or whatever. And that's when Quad brought King on so she could have a man. And in turn, they started bullying Sweet Tea and Gregory Lunsford. And now they gone. Greg and Sweet Tea are like, thank you for your services. You got Quad back on, full time. Quad has a man now, so we don't need Sweet Tea and Gregory anymore. That's how Dr. Heavenly plays those games and plays producers. So no, Sweet Tea is gone. And Sweet Tea, who had the having a baby storyline, she's not pregnant yet either. I don't know how they be playing with us. Jet Black Straight, what do you think about Simone's look? I think nice look, wrong event. It's nice, but wrong event. And Dr. Heavenly didn't look any better on the reunion stage. That look is just horrid. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know. I don't know. Looked like she was going for Coming to America hair, but that's a no go too. You like Simone's? And what about Dr. Heavenly? I don't know. I think maybe the gloves. Yeah. Maybe if she would taken the gloves off. Gloves off, push the hair back. Maybe. Come on, internet. Yes, that's Heavenly. Let me pull Heavenly up close. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me pull Heavenly up close. Hold on a second. Give me just a minute. Dr. Heavenly. It's kind of plain. Let me see. I was supposed to go to Instagram at some point anyway, so we can see some of the looks in action. Oh, okay. You said never mind. Let me pull it up anyway. Hold on. Let's go back to binge worthy. Oh, he said Dr. Contessa got best dress. I don't know about that one. Uh-oh. No, we got Dr. Heavenly all the way at the end. Do the screen share again. Window. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna be any bigger. See, is that any better? Might not be any better. Let me see. Did she even put? I don't even think she put her look on her page. She worried about running for office. She didn't even put her look on her page. Okay, well let me go back. You said you were able to zoom it. Is that any bigger? She do have some little accents, on the little stomach area, but I don't know. To me, it's just a plain old look, and the gloves could go. Come on, internet. Grand. A lot. I would say a lot. Yeah, it does. It does look ballish. I don't know. I forgot what they said the theme was for Married to Medicine. I mean, of course, the color was red, but a lot of times they'll have a theme too. I don't know what the theme was, but even though Dr. Jackie's look was one of the nicer ones, it didn't look like it had any theme to it. It was very simple, you know. But yeah, Heavenly, no, ma'am. Okay, so that was my um, pre-recorded ratings for the looks. Do you want to see the trailer, J Black Straight? The trailer for the reunion? Let's see if I can play it. Hold on. So I'm wondering if Simone is talking about her and Dr. Jackie never going to end up back together again, or Simone and Dr. Heavenly. Right before the reunion, Dr. Simone unfollowed Dr. Jackie, and then she followed her back after they filmed. So she may be talking about Dr. Heavenly. Now, Curtis took one for the team because they always talk about how Dr. Jackie needs to go and she's boring. So I think Dr. Curtis, I'm not Dr. Curtis, I think Curtis took one for the team when he told King and Quad that, or he told King that they couldn't have a baby because they're doing things in the wrong order. So everybody kind of went at Curtis, for the last week or so. It's like, Curtis, you're a one to talk. You sit up there and walk through the airport with another woman and you married to Dr. Jackie and you talking about the Bible and being Christians and how you're doing things in the wrong order. It's like everybody charged Curtis up behind that. He started it back at the beginning. Okay, I won't pause it anymore because it's gonna start back at the beginning. Okay, so that was all he put on there. Okay, well, that was all. I thought he played the whole reunion, but as you can see, some of the looks did look better in movement. Let me go to Angel Love, not Angel Love, Mimi, Dr. Mimi's page real quick because I was harsh in criticism of her look, but when you see it in action, it looks better. Go to her page. Why it be so hard to get to their pages on in the search? Dr. Mimi. Here she go. Right here. And then I'm going to get off of here. Okay, here we go. It comes up so little. You got a little bird leg. So does it look better live and in action? Yeah, they're still at it. I wish they would go back to being the Golden Girls, Dr. Simone, Dr. Heavenly, and Dr. Jackie. I wish they'd go back to being the Golden Girls. They're still at it. They always drumming up some kind of drama every season. And Dr. Heavenly, you know what she did this season that would make Dr. Simone say, I'm not gonna mess with her no more. Dr. Heavenly went to production because she did something to make Simone mad. She put her arm around Simone to take a picture, and Simone took her arm from around her. Dr. Heavenly went to the producers and said that Simone basically assaulted her. And they were like, well, you could affect her business by making these accusations. And Dr. Heavenly really had in her brain that Dr. Simone assaulted her, and production kept playing the scene, playing it back, and that didn't happen. Dr. Simone just took her hand and said, don't touch me. I'm not doing this fake stuff. You did and said this, and now you're trying to take pictures. I'm not fake like that. So Simone has a reason for not wanting to mess with Dr. Heavenly, but they gonna make up eventually, right? Do I need to bring the receipts, baby girl? And Dr. Heavenly like, well, receipts. Do you think Mariah has some receipts on Daddy, on Dr. Damon Daddy? Yes, yes. Dr. Heavenly kind of lost it. She was tripping behind her son, getting arrested, scared they were gonna bring that up. Plus, she running for office. So she wasn't herself this season. And it seemed like since Heavenly had to take a back seat in a friend role, that Toya and Eugene turned up more this season than ever. Which, it ended up making for a good show, but it was just different. Dr. Simone kind of took the reins too because it went viral when she cussed her whole family out, cussed Cecil and the boys out this season because their son Michael is spending what 16,000 a month in expenses. They're using up all her money and she wants to retire, so that went viral. Um, so everything wasn't all about Dr. Heavenly this season for a change. Oh yeah, that was classic Married to Medicine. They put it out on Instagram. When Married to Medicine was the ish, and that was definitely it when Mariah was on there. But of course, they let their attitudes and stuff get in the way, and it got Mariah off the show. Oh yeah, Eugene is cutting up. Eugene and Dr. Damon kind of went at it a little bit this season. Eugene trying to take up for Toya when he know got darn well Toya just as messy as Heavenly is. Eugene and Toya got into it big time this season too. Um, because they hosted a party and Eugene was drunk and Toya wanted Eugene to help her with run the game, and she was talking to him crazy, demeaning him per usual, and he tried to clap back, and they said what they showed was nothing like what really happened. It got much, much worse. Yeah, this was a good season. This was a good season. Despite Mariah not being on there and despite them having some newbies, the newbies stepped it up. Toya stepped it up, Simone stepped it up, and the newbies stepped it up. So yeah, you should watch this season. Eugene and the lady on the screen right here, Dr. Mimi, her husband Steve, he's a former NFL player, and he got spicy with Eugene. He got real spicy with Eugene. He gonna get spicier at the reunion. Um, he was teasing Eugene because Eugene was trying to get Toya to leave an event, and Toya wouldn't back down and wouldn't follow her man, wouldn't listen to her man. So Eugene ended up walking off like an idiot, and Steve was making fun of him for that. And Eugene kept trying to get Dr. Damon to settle Heavenly down. And this season, Dr. Damon was like, "I'm not getting into that. Let the women fight. Let the women fight. Let the women do what they do. They grown. They can handle it. Eugene, settle your bald headed down." It seemed like Eugene was trying to get a little camera time. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, they had some little blow ups because they went to Jamaica and Toya was trying to talk, and Dr. Heavenly kept being rude and talking over her, and Eugene was trying to take up for Toya. It was a mess. It was a mess. But yeah, Michael is something else. I don't know if you ever watch Erica De Niro TV, but Erica calls the boys Miles and Mayhem. She calls Michael Mayhem. Because he's a trip and he looked like he's something else. I don't know. He be looking a little Michael be looking a little druggy to me. Like he smoked some heavy ganja. I don't know. I don't know. He be looking a little skinny and druggy. And Simone said that's the one she has to worry about because Miles is like a perfect child. He don't do nothing. Miles seems like he not all the way there, so he just just chills, just sits back and chills. Oh yeah, the couples trips. Yeah, those are classic. They were talking. Somebody was talking about that the other day about Mariah breaking that glass on the table or the chair and saying she was gonna make pico de gallo out of Dr. Heavenly. I was like, wow, if I had forgotten, she said she's gonna make pico de gallo out of her. I gotta go back and look at that. She was going through it with them ladies. I wish she would come back, but not if they're gonna be like that. Because I think she had just had a miscarriage or something too, and they were after Mariah, and Mariah had a little breakdown on that trip. But yeah, so some of these looks look better in person, but not Dr. Heavenly. Not Dr. Heavenly. No, 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 no. Oh yeah, this is Steve. Dr. Steve is all about the fashions. I'm glad I cut that music off. Dr. Steve is all about the fashions. He's very fashionable, and they be making fun of him on YouTube, calling him Jay Leno because he got a long face. He's attractive, but he got a big face. He got a big face, but he's good for the show. That was them at the Med Gala last night for the season finale. He dressed down a little bit, but that's nice. I like his looks. They have an autistic child, so that was a major part of their storyline. Curtis looked nice. They were trying to combat the rumors about Curtis being old nasty Neil. And he made sure he showed up to most of the events this season, even though he had to leave a golf trip in Canada to make it to Jamaica. I like that little outfit Mimi has on. And King came to the Met Gala looking good too. Yeah, I think they kind of set it up where Eugene and Toya were gonna get into it with Mimi and Steve because they were kind of at each other throughout the season. And Steve was up to it too. I like them. I want them to come back next season because Mimi was for it and Steve was for it too. They can handle Toya and Eugene. Yeah, they didn't. Toya didn't want to include them in the planning of the event, and insisted on them buying a ticket, but bought like 10 tickets, and they said they were sitting at Dr. Jackie's table. And were saying they would plan on donating or doing something at the event, but Eugene and Toya was stuck on, no, you need to spend $150 on a ticket or whatever. Yeah, you have to watch it. What is Mimi, a Delta? Yeah, but this was a good season. Um, Let me see what else. Let me see if I can pull up Contessa's look real quick, live and in person. Hers looked better live and in person, but still, Contessa be doing too much with these looks. She be trying to stand out and be looking crazy as I don't know what. Okay, here we go. And got the look pen too. I don't know why it comes up so small. I mean, ma'am, really? Really, ma'am? Really? Take that back piece off and then you got a dress. Take off the back part and then you got a dress. Otherwise, we're at a debutante ball. And so say Toya had another look planned, but something happened. Toya had another look in mind and then something. And then, they be turning down their looks. Bravo will turn down their looks. Like they can present what they're going to wear. And Bravo will say, no, you're not wearing that. And they have to find something else to wear. Let me see. Oh, here's Toya. It's a nice little simple look. She got a nice little back too. She ain't got no bunch of back rolls. I don't know what she was gonna wear first, but that one's nice. All right. Yeah, Contessa, no. She did have a whole fabric store on the back of her dress. Well, thank you, Jet Black Straight, for joining me and joining in the chat. I'm working out the live kinks. Working out the live kinks. So maybe I'll come back this week since I'm off and do another live for my members. I appreciate y'all's support. We'll get off here and see. I'll probably get some recording done today before the week gets too busy. Get some recording in, and I need to give me something to eat too. I haven't eaten anything yet. But yeah, this will be members only. Maybe at some point I'll release it in the wild. Maybe once the reunion comes on next week, I'll release this live into the wild. But it'll be exclusive for members for at least a week. All right, Jet Black Stray. Well, I will catch y'all later. Bye.